I've been in America or something and people have been like, okay, they're new. I'm like, I'm sorry, no. I'm not going to acknowledge you saying that. You're dead. You're dead to me.
True, 100%. I'm actually, you caught me in a day where I've not got mine. It's in the wash.
No, definitely not.
No, we obviously don't, which is quite evident that we don't wear a kilt every day.
It's not as prevalent as people like to think it is.
You're not like roaming about the street and then someone's like walking up to you with a kilt.
To be fair, in Edinburgh they love a kilt.
I think normally people have kilts for weddings, don't they?
Aye, weddings and the family tartan, but I got mine at Aldi's. We went at the football game.
To be fair, on a night out, right, you'll get one old man
at the pub,
drunk with his kilt, and he's just like, woo.
Yeah.
And that's the one time where you're like, okay, I see where this comes from.
Do you guys wear underwear with them?
Nah.
The reason you don't wear underwear is because when you go to the toilet, it's just easy just to lift it up and do it out.
So there'd be a queue in the urinals, everyone just sitting there, stand up.
They're quite heavy and there's loads of material around them, so if you had to like take them off to then take your pants off and stuff, it would take a while.
The one thing I love about a kilt is that it's based on tradition. So it's about like your family tartan.
I would happily wear a kilt every day if I could. Like, it's just so comfortable and so freeing. Like, it's
special occasions. And I wish there was like a female equivalent, but
it's called a skirt.
Fuck off.
I think people look at it in other countries as like, oh, you're wearing your kilt. My goodness. It's one of those things.
Like wearing it abroad to go watch Scotland, it's always quite funny to see people's reactions.
Aye.
They don't usually see hairy legs in a kilt. After Braveheart and people being like running about like crazy and being victorious, like wearing a kilt seems to be quite a good thing. There's a lot of ginger-headed people. I've got like an uncle who's ginger.
My brother's ginger, my sister-in-law's ginger, my nephew's ginger, my dad's ginger. I've got the ginger gene because I'm pretty pink undertones. I burn in the sun.
I don't have any gingers in my family.
Really?
Yeah, no gingers. Gingerless.
You're not Scottish, I'm joking.
That's the Scottish genes we want.
Yeah, that we never get.
If you watch the film Brave, right, and she's got like that curly
like mane of
what
ginger hair.
Yeah, she's got all that going on that plays into the stereotype. Yeah. But I'll be honest, it's not that common. Maybe like 10% or something.
I think because we're so pale, it stands out so much more. People are like, oh, Scottish people are really ginger.
Do you guys tan though?
No.
I just burn and then go white. So
yeah, I burn a lot.
Do either of you tan?
Nope.
No, absolutely not.
No, this is me tanned.
Yeah, sometimes during the summer I'll get like a nice, like, see how the freckles, like they'll go like more prominent. I'm like, oh, look at my freckly arms, that's my tan.
If people are tanned in Scotland, you're like, that's fake.
Yeah, like they're not really Scottish if you can tan.
They're not purebred.
No.
Nah.
100%.
We're steaming right now, so.
Yeah, we went to the pub before we came here.
Yeah,
like,
not gonna lie, I was like, I did ask you for a whiskey before we started.
I think that's like one of the proudest things about being Scottish. Like, we all know how to have a good time.
Yeah,
yes.
True.
True, absolutely. I don't know how else to put that, but it's absolutely true.
What do you drink?
What do you have?
Everything.
Oh, I drink whiskey, I drink beer, I drink gin. I mean, we do have standards. I mean, I think, that's true.
Drinking starts quite young as well.
Yeah. Shall we say?
13?
Yeah, I started at 13.
And on the Buckfast.
Buckfast, I don't know if you've heard of that. It's like a fortified wine.
Made by monks that is absolutely brutal, but it's class at the same time.
It's what people drink when they're like 16, 17. Saying as Buckfast makes you fast. That's what everyone says.
We just like are quite genuine and love having a laugh and let ourselves go so easily. We just go absolutely mental.
And it's a very social thing.
Yeah.
So you'd be like, oh, do you want to go to the pub?
We went to the pub to celebrate the fact that I almost got an overdraft from the bank. It's like, why is that even something to celebrate? Like, that's
fucking gorgeous though.
I know, right?
And you go to a gaff.
Where I'm from, I'm like central Scotland. We would call them empties.
Yeah,
like if your parents weren't there, the house was empty. It was an empty, and we'd go to an empty.
As a national holiday, we get the 2nd of January off.
Yeah.
Because we need 2 days to recover. We'll take the whole week off. They'll be like, fuck it, we just need a whole solid week to recover.
Who wants to go back to work on the 2nd of January? Like, it's pretty much still Christmas.
Yeah, you're hanging. You're probably still drunk.
Fuck, yes.
Fuck, yeah. Aye. We have a catalogue of swear words.
Yeah, I'm finding it really difficult not to swear at the moment.
It's hard not to swear.
It's mostly just like sentence. In the middle of your sentence, if you can't think of a word, you just say fuck.
Walloper.
Fanny balls.
You rock it. You absolutely rock it.
Maxine.
I know, I love that one.
Jobby.
Jobby. Jobby is a good swear word.
Aye.
That is a swear word
Jobby
that
is
everyone
true.
needs to know. It's just literally just a shit.
I think I distrust someone if they don't swear. Whereas, like, if someone's like swearing in my face, I'm like, oh, this person knows what they're all about. They're very genuine.
I take offence if they don't swear at me.
The word is commonly used.
Already, but it's used as a term of endearment.
Exactly.
It
It was
is.
like it's not a bad thing.
Even on a date. Like, this is how I gauge if I like
Oh,
someone.
yeah.
If I can give them a swear word and they throw it back to me, I'll be like,
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
start like slagging someone off and then they come back to you with a better insult, you're like, oh yeah.
You paying us for this?
False.
No.
I kind of agree.
It's absolutely true. Like, I seen a thing on Facebook and it was like all the countries that they slag each other, and Hungary was just a flag of Scotland because the slag is for being stingy.
I'm surprised you knew where Hungary was in the map.
It was highlighted in the Facebook post.
I don't think we're stingy. I think we're economic. If I'm in the shops and there's like a £3 can of tomatoes, or like a 50 pence like own brand shitty version, I'm going to go for the 50 pence own brand. They're tomatoes at the same time. Like, what's the difference?
We're logical
Yes,
and
yeah.
pragmatic.
We'd rather save our money to go and get pissed.
Scottish folk aren't stingy in the pub normally because you buy a round of beer and then someone else will buy a round of beer and then you owe them a beer and then you just keep on buying rounds of beer.
Yeah,
Everyone
you'll
will buy
share
a round and you just keep going round and round and round until you
That's
run
what's
out of
called
money.
Everyone's that.
It depends on the city. So Edinburgh, they're a little bit more like snobby. They would spend double the price just because of the brand name, even though it's the same standard.
There's a good phrase actually. It's fur coat and knickers, which basically means you like to put on a front and you've got the nice fur coat on, but underneath you can't even afford underwear. So. Okay, the new.
Okay, the new.
No.
No, we don't.
No.
No.
No, we do not
Aye.
say that. No one has ever said that. That has never been said at all. Maybe by some absolute chipter up the north, but no.
It's like a top of the morning thing to you if you're Irish.
It means yes right now. Yes, the now. You would say like, oh, you want to go to the pub? Okay, the now.
Aye.
Whenever you go on holiday or you go
Somebody imitate
abroad or you meet someone who isn't Scottish, as soon as you start speaking, they just go, I'm going to say your accent straight back at you terribly. And you're just like, oh, God. And okay, the new is one of the ones that they use. And you're just like...
I've been in America or something and people have been like, okay, the new. I'm like, I'm sorry, no. I'm not going to acknowledge you saying that. You're dead. You're dead to me.
True.
I mean, yeah, true.
Yeah.
Close, very close. Aye, true.
No, we eat other things, but fried things are very good. The most famous one is pizza. A fried pizza from the chippy is fantastic.
I have had a deep fried haggis pizza, which is actually gorgeous.
Yeah.
There's actually the chippy down the road from me. Well, at the end of the week, if you bring anything in and you ask them to fry it, they'll just fry it for you.
Mine would be a single sausage from the chippy, which is like a smoked sausage and batter.
Stereotypical, but deep fried haggis. I just love it.
Oh yeah, actually, that's a good chip.
But it looks funny though when you get it.
So when I was younger, the guy in the chippy was really sound. So he would be like, you'd walk in and pay 20p to get any bar of chocolate, deep fried.
I'm not a fan of fried Mars bar. Not very good. It's all melted on the inside once you crunch it.
It's absolutely heroin.
It's like...
I think it's because we're drunk all the time.
That's probably a lot to do with
And
it.
you kind of need to get that satisfaction.
No, we obviously don't eat just fried food.
Name me your favorite food that isn't fried.
I mean, that's a tough one.
Are we going to a pub or a restaurant? What's something that isn't fried that I can see on the
Steak pie.
Yeah, I was going to say a
That's a
pie.
good one, yeah.
Like steak, chips. Chips are deep fat fried.
Aye.
Crisps, are they fat fried? All the good stuff is fried.
If you only rep from Edinburgh, we have our avocado and toast and
Yeah,
all
exactly.
that shite. But everyone else, the commoners, the peasants, they do like their fried foods.
Oh, it is very true. Like, I'm from Glasgow, and Glasgow is just built on chippy upon chippy and takeaway upon takeaways.
No, realistic.
Aye, I would say so.
Very true.
Yeah, I have to agree with
It
that one.
depends what your life is like there. I'd say.
Yeah, that's a
I'm
good
pretty
point.
optimistic. I mean, I'm a Glasgow Rangers fan. That's all I'm going to say.
Previously, we used to be quite pessimistic.
But I feel like it's the weather.
It's to do with the weather. It's just always very dull, dreary.
When it's like 14 degrees and it's like tap tap.
Like
Aye.
the football team is a big part of society.
Aye.
And if the football team is doing well, then people are optimistic. I imagine in like the 70s when Scotland were actually good.
Aye. Once
the
we
folk
once
were
we
happy.
qualify for the World Cup, everyone will be happy.
Yeah, we'll be
Guaranteed.
brilliant. We'll all be optimistic when we get to Qatar and
Start splashing the money and all that.
lose every game.
It's to do with the culture in terms of like pointing fun at ourselves. So like, oh, today's so depressing, but we all just like, oh yeah, but every day is depressing.
Yeah.
If we're pessimistic, then that means if our expectations are, flipped and we get it wrong, then that means we're going to be even happier because like we didn't expect it.
Yeah,
So,
I don't think we're pessimists. We're realists. We
Yeah.
know what we're about. We know who we are. We're self-aware.
genuine.
We're legit.
Yeah.
Maybe that we're alcoholics. That's not really that great.
I don't give a fuck about that.
Everybody's just pale and ginger. Minus.
Two people's opposite.
But no, it's true. I think we have so many different types of people in Scotland now.
Yeah.
So many different cultures.
I just hate when people assume that Scotland is England. It's like, what part of England are you from? Like,
Yeah.
Scotland.
Say you meet someone and they go, oh my god, my fucking cousin's wife's dog's grand's auntie's from Scotland. Her name is Margaret. Do you know her? And you're like, no, of course I don't know who that is. There's fucking 5 million people in Scotland.
The immediate thing is always, can you say something in your accent? Or they try to get you to say something that's just like,
Purple burglar alarm. For me, I've heard quite a lot of people asking, like, do you live in a castle? And I'm like, no, I live in a house. But I mean, there's a lot of castles in Scotland, but I can't say that they belong to families.
If I get one more taxi driver who shouts freedom at me, I think I open the door and roll out and kill my fucking self
Yeah.
because I can't deal with that. I do say it back, but But we're like a very passionate nation. The chat and the humor and
We're just always
the
up for it.
friendliness.
We're just
you'll
ready
always-
to go at any time. We're
Even if you're going to go there by yourself, you're always going to make a friend.
Yeah.
No matter what. You're going to be invited out with some random person that you just met at the bar, and before you know it, you're surrounded by 10 people that think you're family.
Incredibly inclusive.
Yes.
So I know for a fact that I think we're the first nation in the world to include like LGBT plus education,
Yeah,
sex
true.
education
Yeah.
in schools. Anyone from any background is always welcome in
Yeah.
Scotland.
Glasgow's the friendliest, but also the most dangerous.
That's true.
that's
So
very true.
they say that there's a chance that you're going to get stabbed, but the person who stabs you will take you to the hospital.
If you go to like the islands of Scotland, there's actually
Aye.
like beaches, white sand beaches that you find in like the Caribbean and stuff, and you could actually go and travel there and enjoy the 2 days of summer that we get.
like, it's just
It's got
such
beaches,
an amazing place.
it's got culture, it's
Yeah.
got the people, it's got the booze.
Yeah.
What else do you want?
And I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more, just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door.
Okay, we're done.